The sun shimmered over the busy streets of the city. Vendors called out prices, buses honked, and people hurried past one another, eyes glued to their phones. Amid the noise stood a small boy, maybe 9 years old, his jeans dusty, clutching an old bicycle with chipped red paint. He whispered to a passerby, voice trembling, "Sir, would you like to buy my bike?" People brushed past him, barely glancing. Some frowned, some pitied, none stopped. Behind him, through the window of a nearby office building, a woman watched. Her name was Sarah Malik, a single mother who worked as a janitor for a big company, Ridgeway Industries. Her eyes were tired, her hands cracked from detergent, yet she smiled at the sight of her son waiting patiently by the gate. She didn't know this day would change their lives forever. The office buzzed with air conditioners and the faint sound of laughter. Sarah pushed her cleaning cart, careful not to disturb the expensive suits walking past. She wiped glass doors, emptied trash bins, and greeted everyone with a soft, "Good morning." But the new CEO, Mr. Harris, didn't like her presence. "Can you hurry up? You're making my office smell like bleach," he snapped. Sarah bowed her head. "I'm sorry, sir." "I'll be quick," he sighed, irritated. "People like you slow everything down. If you can't do better, I'll find someone who can." Laughter echoed from his assistants. Sarah didn't respond. She just kept wiping, her hands shaking, eyes glistening. Outside the window, her son still stood with his bicycle. Hours later, as Sarah was finishing her shift, the CEO's assistant barged in. "Mr. Harris wants to see you." Sarah walked into his office nervously, clutching her apron. Without looking up, he said coldly, "You're done here. HR will handle your paperwork." "You've been late 3 times this month." Sarah's lips parted in shock. "Sir, my son was sick." Excuses," he interrupted. "I need reliability, not sob stories." Her voice cracked. "Please, I need this job. My son and we haven't eaten properly in 2 days." He leaned back, smirking. "Then maybe you should have worked harder." Sarah blinked away her tears and quietly left the room. No one stopped her. The sound of her small footsteps faded into the silent hallway. Outside, the sun had begun to lower slightly, painting the sky in soft gold. Sarah's son, Ayan, still stood by his bicycle. When he saw her, he ran up, hopeful. "Mom, did you get paid? Can we buy bread now?" Sarah forced a smile. "Not today, baby." Ayan looked down, then took a deep breath. "Then maybe someone will buy my bike." "It's okay, Mommy. You can eat." Her eyes filled instantly. She knelt down, holding his tiny shoulders. "No, sweetheart. I'll find a way. Keep your bike, okay?" He nodded, though tears welled up. Just then, a deep voice called out, "Hey!" "How much for the bike?" Sarah turned. A man in a simple shirt and jeans stood there. Not flashy, not rich-looking. He smiled gently. "I'll take it." "How much does it cost?" Ayan hesitated. "It's old. Maybe 5,000 rupees?" The man nodded and handed over a thick envelope. "Here, but promise me one thing. You'll never stop riding towards your dreams." When Ayan opened it, his eyes widened. It wasn't 5,000. It was 50,000 rupees. First CTA, emotional pause. "Before we continue, if you believe kindness still exists, take a moment to like this video, share it, and subscribe to Kindness Valley, where we remind the world that empathy changes everything." The next morning, chaos filled the Ridgeway office. Mr. Harris was pacing angrily, shouting into his phone. "What do you mean he's here? Who?" A tall man entered, the same one who bought Ayan's bike. He smiled calmly and extended his hand. "Good morning. I'm Mr. Raymond, the company's new owner. I just acquired Ridgeway Industries." The CEO froze. You bought us?" Mr. Raymond nodded. "Yes, and yesterday I met a little boy outside this building, selling his bike to buy food because his mother worked here." The room went silent. The color drained from Harris's face. Mr. Raymond continued, "That woman showed more dignity in her tears than you have in your entire career. I want her back, immediately. And you," he looked directly at Harris, "can hand over your resignation." Moments later, Sarah was called back in, confused, clutching her worn handbag. Mr. Raymond smiled warmly. "Sarah, you don't belong with a mop and bucket. You belong where hearts matter. I'd like you to manage our community outreach program." Her eyes widened. Sir, me? He nodded. Your kindness deserves a bigger room, she cried softly, whispering, Thank you. Thank you so much. A Jan ran into her arms, laughing, holding his bicycle, freshly painted red again, just like new, moral closure. That day, the office learned a lesson money could never buy. The same woman who was invisible, yesterday became a symbol of strength today. Never laugh at someone's struggle. You might be mocking. The very soul that teaches you humility, kindness doesn't need a stage, just a heart, final CTA. If this story touched your heart, like, share, and subscribe to Kindness Valley, where every story reminds us, never judge by appearance. Kindness protects.